Hello guys, I'm Kiri, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about a 1988 Porsche 911 Carrera Coupe. This is the official name of the car. The color is Porsche Grand Prix White. And this white color, for this generation's Porsche, is one of the best. And this specific example is absolutely stunning. Just 36,000 miles on the clock. This car is in pristine, absolutely pristine condition. First was registered in August 1988. Today is over 32 years old, but, how I said, is in very original condition. The car has the very famous, in that time, Fuchs alloy wheels, and they are painted in the middle the same color like the car. This Porsche is the narrow body type, because the turbo versions, Porsche 911 Turbo, has the wide body style to accommodate the wide wheels, of course, but this is the normal Porsche 911, so it's the narrow body type, but has the turbo style rear wing. The rear spoiler is from 911 Turbo, which makes this example very unique. So this is 911 from the air-cooled generations. The first 911 was introduced in 1963 and, how everyone knows, is still in production, but is completely different car today. From 1997 they changed the cooling to the engine from the air to water liquid cooling, so 1988 the car what we have here today still has the air-cooled engine. But the other technology what they keep in is the type of the engine and of course the place where it's mounted. So all Porsche's 911 are with the flat 6-cylinder engine mounted on the very back side of the car. This specific example, 911 Carrera Coupe, is equipped with air-cooled, flat, 180 degrees, 6-cylinder engine, 3164 cc, naturally aspirated of course because it's not turbo version, and producing 231 horsepower. Today this amount of power doesn't seem a lot, but back on the day was enough, even more than enough. Just for reference, I'm gonna say the 911 Turbo was 300 horsepower, so just 69 horsepower more than the normal Carrera 911, but the change was completely different. So, how I said, this was absolutely enough power, 231 back on the day, and the turbo was 300 horsepower, but this was absolutely ridiculous. And was actually 911 Turbo was the fastest accelerating car from 0 to 62 miles per hour or 100 kilometers per hour. The early versions 911 Turbo 1970s they accelerate for 5.4 seconds, but the latest 1980s accelerating even faster from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour or 62 miles per hour just for 5.2 seconds, and this was the fastest accelerating car in the world. So not only the power is important, many different things like the chassis, the weight of the car, the aero of course, the transmission, the differential, and of course how this power is delivered to the wheels. So all these things affecting on the performance of the car. Not long ago, the same Porsche 911, the same like this, I mean, the same color even, the same year, the same spec, just little bit less mileage on the clock, was sold for 68,625 British pounds or near 80,000 euro or 90,000 US dollars. So they're very desirable cars. The gearbox of these cars are the better, I mean they're G50 Getrack, which is much more enjoyable to use. The body is galvanized, so this makes this car long lasting, of course, and the 3.2 Carrera is actually is referred often like the ultimate development of the original 1963 Porsche 911, because actually was the final car before to came the more technology advanced Porsche 964. This model, exactly this model, 911 Carrera 3.2 Coupe, it came in 1984 like a model and was in production until 1989. And Porsche claimed this was 80% new engine back on that time. How I said before, 3164 cc. The previous Porsche 911 Carrera was just 3 liters, but here we have 3.2 liters. The brake discs were increased in size to match the high power, of course, of the engine. The first 911 Carrera Club Sport CS car, which was introduced in 1985, was based on exactly this car. So this is actually important model because the Club Sport Porsche 911s are very, very valuable today. And the first, how I said, Porsche 911 Carrera Club Sport was based and in exactly this spec car. Now something very interesting, the total production of the 911 3.2 Carrera series was 76,473 cars, including the Cabrio, the Targa, because some of the models they have just the Targa open roof, and the Coupe, of course, what we have here today. Because this generation 911 Carrera was available like Cabrio, Targa, and Coupe, of course. So from the Coupe version, the car what we have here today, they make 35,670. From the Cabrio versions, 19,987. And from the Targa model, they make just 18,468 cars in total. So this number, 76,473 cars in total, is not that much because this car, how I said, is very, very important for the Porsche fans. And I'm gonna say again, was in production from 1984, this specific model Carrera 911 3.2, from 1984 to 1989, and was one of the most desirable car. It's very reliable, very, very nimble, and it's very absolutely enjoyable car to drive. So just have a look from this view the car. This shape of the Porsche 911 is, no one can mistake these forms, this shape. Just have a look the lights, how they are. Actually, this is in these years there wasn't that much differences than the original 1963 Porsche 911. Actually, 1963, the first name of the car was 901, but and then because there was the same car from Peugeot had the same model 901, so they needed to change to some different numbers, so they chose 911. So just have a look from this view, the car, the wheels, the Fuchs wheels, of course, they are absolutely amazing. And the front side of the car, the bumper, just have a look on the side of the bumper, this like harmonic type to absorb if you hit the car with the bumper, to absorb the impact. So just have a look, the Fuchs wheels, they are painted in white, and these bolts, they're absolutely incredible car. And the wheel center cap in the middle, absolutely perfect, just absolutely perfect. Just have a look from this view, you can see the wings here. The rear wings is not that much wide, it's not extended to accommodate the wide rear tires from the Porsche 911 Turbo. But really these Fuchs wheels are just amazing. They are 16-inch on this model, Porsche 911 Carrera Coupe 1988, this specific model. And just have a look the rear wing from Porsche 911 Turbo. So it's absolutely nice. Just have a look this view. This is one of the best view for this generation's Porsche 911. And the Carrera script on the back side of the car. The rear bumpers, they're just amazing. Any view of this car, any angle you can watch this car is just amazing. And of course on the rear screen is rear wiper, because when it's raining, actually the angle of the rear wing, the rear screen is getting very dirty. And just have a look from this side, from the back side of the car. The rear exhausts is just one exhaust, just one pipe, but it's very big pipe actually. The Porsche script on the middle between the lights. This was very usual for this year's Porsche 911. Just amazing car. And the rear wing here, just have a look. It's massive rear wing and it's exactly on top of the engine to make more downforce. Actually, the engine is on the back, so the car is heavy on the back, but probably they decide the car needs much more downforce to keep the backside of the car much more stable, to stick on the road. And it's amazing also from here. Just have a look at the view with these exhaust pipes. Just one pipe. The rear bumper, of course, is just very beautiful. And how you can see on the front wing is the place where you can refill the tank, because the tank on the fuel tank actually of this generation's Porsche 911 is on the front side of the car, because how you know the engine is on the back. There is just one jack point between the wheels, and you can see the jack point is a little bit more near to the rear wheels, because the car doesn't have the perfect weight distribution between the front and rear axle, so it's now 50-50. Much of the weight is on the rear wing, on the rear tires. That's why the jack point is much more near to the back wheels. And on the front side, just have a look. Again, under the bumper is these plastic trims, very usual for the 1980s, black plastic trims. You can see they are like spoilers, of course, to avoid the air. And of course the fog lights on the front, they are integrated in the front bumpers. The indicators, front indicators, they're integrated in the front bumper. And of course you can wash the front lights, because they are washers for the front lights. That was something new for this model's Porsche 911. Absolutely amazing, this view as well. This is one of the most beautiful view for the Porsche 911 D generations. How I said, this is 1988 model in Grand Prix white color, Porsche 911 Carrera Coupe 3.2, of course. Just have a look at this very famous emblem. And the lights, of course, they are Bosch. Of course, German maker Bosch is gonna make the lights for the Porsche 911. Absolutely incredible car. How I say, the fuel cap is here, so this is the place where you can refill your tank. The interior is incredible, just white interior inside. The seats and the door cards are white, but the steering wheel is, and the dashboards, they are in black color because they get dirty, especially the steering wheel. If it's white, it's getting very easy dirty. So guys, I hope you liked the video about one of the best Porsche 911 1988. So if you like the video, please subscribe my channel, and see you next time guys. Bye.